So you want to plan a vacation and don't know where to start. You want to plan a vacation, but you don't want it to be too expensive. You want to know the best Caribbean destination from Trinidad, the cheapest Caribbean destination from Trinidad, then this is the exact video. Welcome to the Trini will travel, and today I'll be sharing the cheapest Caribbean destinations from Trinidad. Let's get into it. When I was younger, I was always intrigued by traveling. I always wanted to travel, and then at the time I created a travel plan, and my plan was that I was going to travel the Caribbean, and then I will move on to the US, and
then I would move on to Europe, and then I would move on to the Africas, and then I would move on to the Asian continent.
But my plan was to start in the Caribbean and then move out. However, once I started doing research, I realized this is not going to be as feasible as I thought, because traveling to the US is much cheaper than traveling within the Caribbean, and I still can't understand that fact, that it's cheaper for me to get to Miami than it is for me to get to Barbados. A 45-minute flight versus a 4-hour flight. But yes, these are some of the destinations, and of course, depending on the time frame, the prices are going to change, but these are the destinations that you can visit from Trinidad in the Caribbean for about $1,500 return, give or take $200 or $300 depending on the time frame. To my surprise, when I was doing the research, St. Vincent and the Grenadines is for somehow one of the cheapest destinations from Trinidad. And y'all, I had a whole plan. I was going to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. There was this hotel, this really nice hotel close to the beach on the water. Like, I had a plan. I was going to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and I was going to stay at that hotel. However, I think the hotel went out of business and that plan was scratched. But I was going to St. Vincent and the Grenadines because it was the cheapest destination from Trinidad and it looked really good. We have St. Vincent and the Grenadines, then we have St. Lucia. So I didn't make it to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but then the second cheapest location was St. Lucia. And y'all, I am in love with St. Lucia. I've been to St. Lucia 3 times and I have plans to visit. Well, okay, I don't have plans because the plans haven't been made as yet, but in this lifetime, I want to visit St. Lucia many more times because, I don't know, there's just a lot to experience. If you're from Trinidad, to me, it's like a mix between Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad is the industrial kind of work, more kind of capital. Then we have Tobago, which is the more touristy kind of destination. And then you have St. Lucia, which is like a combination of them both. The people are lovely. The vibe, like, it's just beautiful. So St. Lucia is always a good choice. Next, we have Barbados. Barbados is somewhere that I've wanted to go, but when looking at the prices, like St. Lucia, it was cheaper than Barbados. I've been to Barbados, I think, once or twice. Of course, accommodation was free, so that helped me a lot. But I think accommodation and general cost of living is a bit more expensive in Barbados. There are a lot of US tourists, so things are a little more expensive across there. But Barbados is another cheap destination relatively cheap destination from Trinidad. Then we have Grenada. I think Grenada should be, I'm not too sure because I haven't been to Grenada. I've had a layover. Actually, I was in Grenada for a day. Yes. Grenada is another destination, but it's still more expensive than St. Lucia and the other locations. But those are the cheapest Caribbean destinations from Trinidad. So let's get into average of the prices. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, for the period of time that I looked at, it was about $850 TT for a return flight. Then we had Barbados, which came at 1,300 TT. And for this search, Barbados was actually cheaper than St. Lucia. So Barbados came in at 1,300 TT, and then St. Lucia came in at 1,500 TT. And then Grenada, which was the most expensive, it went over 1,500, but Grenada was 1,700. And this is just for flights. Okay, so take that into consideration. Of course, what I look at, I will look at the different prices for the destinations. Then I also look at the cost of accommodation for the different destinations. And that helps me make a decision as to where I want to go, what I'm willing to spend. If you're interested in seeing the main considerations for me when planning a vacation, that may also help you as well. The video is linked here or here so that you can plan a vacation thinking of all the little things that you may miss out and then be completely upset about. I also have my top travel planning apps so that you can make these decisions and search through these things with ease. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I do hope that it was informative. Be sure to subscribe. It's in a little bubble right here. If you click on the bubble, subscribe really easily. Click on the notification bell if you don't want to miss when I post another video. Comment below if you found any of these tips helpful, any other tips that you would like for me to share, and safe travels until next time.